Yo, I am not kidding when I tell you that 2026 is going to have some abso-freaking-lutely banger gacha games. This very well might be the biggest year for gacha games in the history of the entire genre. We have, in theory, games like Arknights Endfield, Neverness to Everness, Silver Palace, Azure Promilia, Unending Dawn, Rewinding Cadence. They're just the action games. There are so many more that are turn-based, so many more that are super casual, incredibly competitive. This genre is booming and is going to explode even further in 2026. Today, though, we're here to talk about Azure Promilia because they've had a very big reveal. One that could change the entire landscape of not only the Azure intellectual property, but gacha overall. Okay, maybe that was a bit of an over-exaggeration, but this truly is a very big moment for Azure Promilia. Manju has officially revealed publishers for 4 different regions, with global being absolutely nowhere to be found. On the one hand, here is a tweet made by the Yostar Japan Twitter account. Manju and Yostar present a fantasy world RPG journeying with star spirits, Azure Promilia. Official announcement of joint service provision aimed at Japan. In the future, we'll continue to share updates from the following. They have an official YouTube channel now. This trailer over on YouTube is essentially just a trailer we've already seen, but now at the beginning of the trailer, it just has a logo saying Yostar. Now, I know some of you are looking at this and you're like, oh my god, no, not Yostar, not after what they did with Aethergazer, not after what they did with Azure Lane, Arknight, Stella Sora. I think they've done a solid job up until this point with Arknight and Azure Lane, as do a lot of people. I don't know what happened with Aethergazer, but Yangsha, the original developers, took back ownership of the game, the publishing and distribution rights. Maybe there was an issue there between the two of them. I don't know. I'm not informed enough to actually discuss that or comment on it. And then with Stella Sora, they weren't the publisher, they were the developer, and they also self-published. In this instance, they are going to just be the publisher, and Manju themselves are going to completely develop the game without any input whatsoever from Yostar. So if you're concerned that Yostar are going to potentially damage Azure Promilia, you don't have to worry, they're not going to. They have an official website here, the Azure Promilia Japanese website. That is also azurepromilia.com, which is, interestingly enough, also the English website. These are the exact same domains. One just has /en, the other has /jp. This one lists Starlight Through Time Into You, and the Japanese one lists 138 for some reason. I'm not sure what the 138 necessarily symbolizes, but it's definitely there and definitely means something. There is a showcase on the Japanese website with multiple different characters, multiple of the different creatures, and I'm assuming, yeah, the different boss fights as well. This is exactly what is displayed over on the official English website as well. There is an official Japanese Azure Promilia account. This was actually created in February 2023. It looks like they post relatively regularly. Here's a tweet from 18 hours ago. Here they began the character introductions. They're showcasing some of the different characters, or at the very least one of the different characters so far. This seems to be kind of the poster child of the game because it's a character you see everywhere. An innocent, cheerful dragon girl who loves to eat. She's longing for a friend who will play with her, but unconsciously emits an intimidating aura that overwhelms and terrifies the Kibos around her. It was also confirmed that Azure Promilia is going to be exhibited at Comic Market 107, the Yostar booth specifically. This is going to take place December 30th through December 31st. I'm not sure if there's going to be gameplay in Japanese there, but it's a great way to display the game, garner new hype and attention. Unfortunately, I'm not in Japan. I was flown out to TGS, not sponsored by Azure Promilia. I was sponsored by literally every other major gacha game there, but Azure Promilia, unfortunately. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. This is the only English Azure Promilia Twitter account that any of us can find. It has 4,500 followers. A lot of us seem to follow it, but this is not confirmed to be the official English Azure Promilia account. It might be. There's nothing at all here at this juncture, which is a little bit alarming in retrospect. There is now a Korean Azure Promilia account. This was created on, well, in December 2025. Doesn't state an actual day in specific. The official pre-registration for Azure Promilia Korea has begun. Let's travel together with Lumi in the vast world of Starlight. Pre-registration on overseas sites will not sync with the domestic service. Please make sure to complete your pre-registration through the official channels below. And you can see here that the link leads you to a Nexon-powered version of the website. Nexon are the same people that publish Blue Archive, so at the very least, based off of the track record of Nexon, the game seems to be like it's in pretty good hands. I see that there's also a 138 here as well. Again, I don't know what that symbolizes or what purpose it holds, but it's not available on the English website. I was actually first alerted to this via the Azur Promilia Twitter account. I just followed them a few days ago. If y'all are wanting to stay up to date with everything going on in Azure Promilia, I mean, you could just watch me, subscribe to me, follow my Twitter, or you can go ahead and follow this Twitter account as well. They seem to be pretty informative, and I appreciate the information that they've condensed here, including their booth for Comic Cat, where woo! Yeah, that is enough to get us excited for Azure Promilia, definitely. Without a shadow of a doubt, that has me very excited for Azure Promilia. As I tweeted here, Azure Promilia looks like it may be targeting a 2026 release, which is why they've opened up official social media pages for all these different regions, as they've officially confirmed 3 different publishers for numerous regions around the world. Well, 4, actually. Mainland China is going to be Manju. They are planning on self-publishing there. Japan is going to be Yostar. South Korea is going to have Nexon. Hong Kong, Macau, and Taiwan are going to be under Nichigen. I don't know who Nichigen is or what they published, but at the very least, with Yostar and Nexon for Japan and South Korea, it doesn't really seem like it's going to be a big deal. Once again, though, unfortunately, nothing has been announced for global. Nothing has been confirmed for global, and we're just kind of like floating in the ether, the abyss right now. I'm hoping Manju decide to self-publish, much like how Hypergriff established a publishing studio to self-publish Arknights Enfield, which they did. What were they before? I don't even remember what Hypergriff were before they announced the transition over into becoming Hypergriff and then self-publishing Arknights Enfield globally around the world. Azure Promilia could be a huge new IP and a flagship title for Manju, and they need this to succeed. I know Yostar has done fine publishing Azure Lane and Arknights. Nexon does great publishing Blue Archive. I don't know who or what Nichigen does, but their move for global is going to be very important, and it will be. And I know you're looking at this image and you're like, Stix, goddamn, dude, you choose the best fucking images for your tweets and thumbnails, bro. And what can I say? There's a reason I'm the king of the degenerates, and also simultaneously why I am the masturbator and the culture degenerate swine that I am, and that all of you are as well, because y'all follow me for the very same reason that I use these thumbnails for. Now, I'm very excited for Azure Promilia. Can't wait to see what they do. Can't wait to see what they ultimately deliver. I'm assuming here 2026 is going to be a very big year for them, however. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you are not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.